During the Luminary, the committee of the Merck Foundation First Ladies Initiative was conducted with the aim to discuss challenges, define solutions, measure impact and share experience to ensure continuous improvement and exchange variable aspects of different cultures in order to localize and standardize awareness messages that can create a culture shift across Africa with regards to breaking the stigma around infertile couples in general and infertile women in particular.
Today is going to be a very easy day. It's a very short session, just to have a feedback from each Excellency's First Lady about today's or yesterday conference or these 2 days conference, and if there is any feedback from the country itself. We are not going to read talking point or speeches. It's just comments and feedback about the programs in the countries. If any special things you need to start in the country, and also your insight about the conference these 2 days. Knowing that we are going to meet very soon all together in March 20 and 21st for Merck Foundation First Ladies Initiatives committee, closed committee meeting for First Ladies, to also have more strategic meeting and discussing the strategy and sharing experience in more comprehensive way. And of course, our annual conference of next year will be in October. We want to also define the dates for in Zambia, of course, and will be co-chaired by the First Lady of Zambia for 2020.
I must thank Merck Foundation, Dr. Rasha, and Dr. Frank for bringing the 6th edition of the Africa-Asia Luminary to Ghana. Since January, my foundation and Merck have had an amazing partnership. And the first thing we tried to do was to launch the Kofi story in a school, but that couldn't happen, wasn't advisable. So we went out and met women's groups and read it out to them, and we asked them to go out and be advocates for Merck more than a mother, and they've been doing so very well. And also the inclusion of youth and the dissemination of Kofi's story is very important. And we've also done the theme songs for More Than a Mother. The Fashion, Film and Media Awards also have happened. And I'm happy that we're here today. Last night we listened to the music and had the fashion show, which is all, went very well. And I'm looking forward to next year in Zambia, where we can support our sister, and Dubai, of course, where we move Kofi's story forward. I thank you.
Basically, don't know how to thank Dr. Frank and Dr. Rasha for what they've done for me in representing Liberia to be a part of this conference. When I launched my flagship program in Liberia, it was launched under the name She's You, meaning that I represent every woman in Liberia. Basically, I'll stand up for them. I feel for them what they're going through in Liberia. So whatever issues that affect women and girls in Liberia, I feel it's my responsibility. So what Merck Foundation has done for me, it's something bigger than I can possibly think, because there's so many women, I think, all around the world, especially in Liberia, who are suffering quietly and really don't know who to turn to or where to come. And the shame that goes with it, they're afraid. Now, I can stand tall and I can speak to these women with confidence to say, I am actually you. So come out, speak to me. I will find a way through Merck Foundation to help you with your infertility. The conference yesterday meant so much for me as a new First Lady, basically new First Lady, because it has been only a year and a half that I've been doing this. And the people of Liberia has really touched my heart because we have so many challenges in Liberia. So Rasha, Dr. Frank, I am so grateful for the opportunity that you've given me so that I can stand up and stand tall for all the women in Africa and all the women, especially in my nation, who are suffering quietly. I want to thank you for the media training program that you did in May. I think a lot of our young people have benefited from it tremendously. Liberia is one of the nations that have maybe in the past 20 years have not been exposed to people coming in and doing these really wonderful things for them. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the 13 beneficiaries that you've done so much for. I'm looking forward to our launch. I'm sorry, I don't mean to make you cry. I'm looking forward to the launch in Liberia. I hope you'll come in February as promised, because I know a lot of people have, Liberia has gone through a war, and a lot of people are somehow skeptical about what Liberia is, and they're more or less afraid to enter Liberia. I live in Liberia. Liberia is a beautiful country, and I welcome anyone to come there along with me, and I guarantee you'll be blessed in Liberia. She's crying. So I'm looking forward to the launch to make me, I'm already an ambassador, but I'm looking forward to it officially in front of my nation. I'm looking for the book launch as well in Liberia, and the education program, which will help me tremendously with my girls as well, for my foundation, Educating Linda. Dr. Frank, Dr. Rasha, God bless you for what you're doing for me and the rest of Africa.
Thank you.
My first encounter or my first exposure to
the life of First Lady will be like was my attendance to the Merck Foundation meeting in Senegal. And that meeting actually structured the direction that I wanted to go. The campaign for cancer. Cancer was a subject that people talk about secretly in Sierra Leone. Nobody wants people to know they have cancer. No one wants to talk about cancer except after the person is dead. Then they come out and say, oh, he or she had cancer, that's why they died. But after my visit to Senegal, and then you presented this program to me, I took that program to Sierra Leone. And the last World Cancer Day, we did one of the biggest campaign ever in that country. And we were able to get people to come forward and actually say, yes, we are cancer victim, or we have people, you know. That was the first time my husband, who is the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, stood in front of the nation and said, my mother died of cancer. So people really don't talk about cancer. But this project has empowered us. The 10 doctors that are training now in India and Egypt, it's like this is the only good thing that God has sent for us in Sierra Leone. Not because we don't have doctors. The fact in the matter is we have too many people dying of cancer. Too many people. By the time they even know they had cancer, the nearest country they had to go for treatment is Ghana here. And it is not cheap. It is very, very expensive to leave Sierra Leone and come here. For people who are more wealthier, they will leave Sierra Leone and go to places like India or go to England or America. But how many people actually have that kind of money? So for us, you training these doctors to come back to Sierra Leone and serve the people of Sierra Leone, only God knows how many people they are going to save just because of your kindness. I believe you have not transformed me as a First Lady, but you have transformed my country. You have given my people the opportunity to speak up. Now people talk about cancer freely. People are willing to say, I have cancer. That is an achievement that I will forever say thank you to your people. I also want to say thank you that you have trained and still training more of our doctors for diabetic programs. Everybody know me here as the Hands of Our Girl First Lady, but the Hands of Our Girl have 6 thematic issues that I deal with. And one of those issues that is very close to what I do right now is the cancer. So my visit to Senegal gave me an agenda, and I'm working on that agenda. I don't have another focus. My focus is anything that hurts a woman is my business. And infertility is my business. Because I don't think a woman, we have suffered more than enough in this world. And I don't think we should be abused for something that might not be our own problem. Every problem in Africa is everybody's business, and they should stop pushing it to us women. I really will continue to campaign against this. And I also want to say, myself and Dr. Rasha, we have been working tirelessly to put together the Jacqueline story. From the day Dr. Rasha told me about Jacqueline in Kenya, I knew I have to live that girl's life. We are working on it. We don't know yet how soon we're going to have a movie that will not only be for Africa, but that will showcase around the world. And the Jacqueline story, I want to live it, and I want to continue to promote it. And I want to be able to be part of that process to say, we gave so many women a voice in the world to speak up for infertility. In terms of theme song, of course, we know our beautiful Rosé did a wonderful song for Mark More Than a Mother. And she did the very first song for this project. That is how much Sierra Leone wanted to be part of all of this. And every time I travel, I go with my Minister of Gender, who is sitting right behind me as not only my minister, but my technical advisor. And I always have the total support of the Ministry of Health. I'm here with my deputy minister. And my relationship with Rasha has gone beyond working now. Me and Rasha, of course, every time I'm in Dubai, my husband and Rasha will all go and have dinner or lunch together, just so I show her that it is not about just her giving us, but she's part of our family now. And when she called me, even if I am busy, I would send her a message, can I call you back? I don't do that all the time with so many people, but I have that kind of relationship with her. So I wanted to say thank you. Your project is my project, because the vision that you're working towards is a vision that every true African woman will want to be part of. Thank you for giving me the platform, and thank you for making me. I'm not the best First Lady in the world, but I believe I'm doing my level best in my country to change the lives of the women in my country. Thank you.
Thank you for this very, very important program. I launched this program in Malawi in July this year. But within 3 months, so much has taken place. Because the program is so particular, it's, nobody never expected it. Immediately, to show our commitment, I partnered with different ministries, because I wanted this program to get into the main line of government programs. And I'm happy to report that the Minister of Health, the Minister of Information, the Minister of Gender, and all other ministries, they are supporting this program. Within 3 months, we have done so much. We have gone into communities, we have gone into villages where all the chiefs are there. They invite each one of their subjects to be there and to hear the testimonies of those that are affected. This is not a small business, this is big. And I want to thank you very, very much. I want to thank you because of the training we had for the media. They're doing a commendable job in Malawi. It's like we started a long time ago, but it's only 3 months because of the zeal that is there, because of the people that have been suffering in silence. I want to thank you for the training of the doctors. Malawi will be opening one of the first cancer center, and to have the doctors in oncology trained is something that we never imagined. And the first time the HE heard about it when I was in Dubai, he was at a function, but he was able to announce that the First Lady is in Dubai and this is what is coming to Malawi. And the whole country was very excited. And I'm happy to report that there are so many doctors. Right now we have submitted 30 doctors to be trained. More are coming. We are saying then the hospitals won't have anybody to attend to because all of them want to be trained. So we just want to say thank you very, very, very much. And each and every sector want to be part and parcel of this program. The fashion, the musicians, every person want to be on this program. I came along with me chiefs, because the chiefs are those that are concerned with such kind of stories. So I brought 2 chiefs with me. I promise that next time we meet in Dubai, 3 months or in March, because we have lined up several activities that we want to do. By 1 year, we just want to make sure that the whole Malawi, everybody is aware of what is happening. But the most important thing to me is to see some of the affected having babies.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing, apart from the awareness. But we must produce results. Because I was told that, there are some conditions that can be remedied.
Yes, of course.
So we just want to see the results. As I said, the first baby will be called by your name.
Thank you.
Yeah. Then counseling, it will be later when there will be some conditions that they cannot have a baby.
Yes.
But right now, we just want to bring happiness.
After the trainers.
Yes, to bring happiness, because the trust that I have is beautifying Malawi. How can somebody be beautiful? How can Malawi be beautiful when people are crying? When people, the stigma, when people are being harassed. I want women, I want men in Malawi to be beautiful, not only the country, but even the hearts, even the face should be seen that this person is beautiful because of the happiness. So I thank you very much, and I'll be available all the meetings. I'll be moving with Make Foundation. Thank you very much.
Concernant cette réunion de 2 jours, moi j'ai apprécié Premièrement, je vous remercie de l'organisation de cette réunion. Je vous remercie aussi pour l'invitation et j'ai apprécié beaucoup ce qui a été fait. Surtout, j'ai apprécié ce qui a été fait par chaque première dame comme ambassadrice dans son pays. Et puis, concernant les activités prévues à Dubaï, je confirme ma participation. Aussi, en Zambie, je confirme aussi ma participation.
D'autre part, en ce qui concerne la formation en oncologie, nous avons 2 techniciens actuellement en cours de formation Et en cours de formation encore, nous avons 2 médecins qui suivent déjà les cours en ligne sur le diabète. Donc nos attentes sont les mêmes. Ça veut dire la prise en charge des femmes, assurer leur formation en activité génératrice de revenus, et puis augmenter aussi le nombre de personnel de santé à former.
For me, Dr. Frank, Dr. Rasha, indeed you deserve a pat on the back. We salute you for this initiative. This is an initiative aimed at empowering women in education to access information on health matters and also to transform their lives, especially on the women that cannot have children or that have considered themselves not to have children. You are making their lives lighter. You are creating an enabling environment for them, because these are people that have been stigmatized. These are people that have been ostracized. They are not free to socialize. Therefore, it's like sending them quickly to the grave. But with this program, you are enhancing their livelihoods. They feel loved, they feel embraced, and therefore, as First Ladies, we are here to support these women in our respective countries. Otherwise, your program is appreciated and will remain appreciated.
So I think what we do, these 2 main things, to train doctors, increase capacity on the one hand, and the other hand, of course, give a new hope, give new life to women. I've got 3 daughters, so even when they live in Germany, for them it's also in their own environment not that easy to really empower them to lead a fruitful life. And of course, I have to say, you're always giving me also a bit of the credit, but it's at the end, it's my colleague, Dr. Rasha. Not really Rasha. She is powerful. She's doing it. All I can do, I can support her. I can hold her back free. I can give her funding and so on. But the task is up for her. She is doing it. And of course, without you, she could not do it. You are instrumental in doing it in your own country, in your own way, using the influence also your husbands have, which is totally legitimate, to improve the life of the people who live in your country. So thank you very much for that. I must say, since we did this program, I had so many wonderful meetings with wonderful people, which you normally do not meet, because there's no chance that we would meet otherwise normally. Even I would meet your husbands, it would always be different. So that's great, because there are always 2 sides to it, the personal side, which I really do enjoy, believe me, and of course also the professional side. And I have to be honest, which I even enjoy more, because I see we are making enormous progress. In every single country we are making this progress. So thank you for that. I think your trip to this beautiful country, Ghana, was worthwhile. It gave us a new boost of commitment, a new boost of better understanding, a new boost of bonding, which is all part of the whole story.